Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the north. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down throw from Mayfield. Robinson's got it. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll hit Jackson, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 32.
Stafford. That's caught by Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm coming. Got the phone.
Mike, get him. Easy, easy. Let's see what you got.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Yeah.
And my keys right here. Bring these keys down here. I'll be back. Come right back up. Yeah. Yeah, the one row from the house to the mall. It was the walk of your life. Alright, let's go. I'm ready. It's hot as hell in here.
Inside the 35 to the 34.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
All right.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Lady! 54! Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Stafford. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here's Tyler Newsome now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They began with Michel on the ground, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And his first carry, he loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously, the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 2nd and a couple. Mayfield. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hurry, hurry! Pistol, pistol, pistol. Hey, alert 33, X3, 218, chopper. Hurry, hurry! Watch your slack, watch your slack.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's complete. Stills. That'll be a gain of 16, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Stafford on 1st down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Set, 250. Check, 154, 154. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Real right, 22. Hey. Banjo.
They'll run here with Ingram. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Mark Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 1st down Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
61, matchbox light.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Let's go, D.
From the red zone now, Mayfield to Michel on the screen. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bailey's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break. Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Stafford. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He dumps it down to Ingram. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Right now to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Sony Michel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, it's White. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield on 1st down. open. That's Kiki QT complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 29.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, high 7. Check 56.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights, and it has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get...
There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, 49ers. Mark Ingram, 79 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
King. Hey, alert 33.
On the ground, this is Michelle. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guy... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check, check. Flag down. 32. Hey, exit. Right there. 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Michelle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Oh, no, that's petty cash, man.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I had $200 in that.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Easy.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for San Francisco, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Seattle, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.